How can oneness have more knowledge, experience, and information than oneness? How can there be a master of everything and nothing? Teachers and gurus and masters and whatever, they're what's happening. Everything exists in consciousness. When there was a seeking here, one of the, I guess, early draws or pulls or elements of interest was in this notion that there are no non-duality rock stars. It gets tricky to discuss this, but to talk about it, all of it. But it was as if, by design, there can't be any rock stars, and yet there are masters and gurus, and it didn't make sense during the seeking. And yet, it just seemed to be what was happening, and it is. But there are no teachers, there are no masters, there are no gurus. There's no person that can know more than another person, because there's no person, there's no separate individual person that can have accumulated knowledge, wisdom, information, experience. Now, is there a teaching, a message, a description? Yes, apparently. Apparently there is. And that's what's happening. And this video might not be pleasant to some, because it might be enjoyable to read books or watch videos. And there's no suggestion that any of that should stop. But the moment that another thought arises, that is, this is a person telling me this and they have something that I don't have, the teaching itself should be the reminder that that's not the case. And in fact, every time that arises, the teaching can be a teaching in that way. I have nothing against apparent teachers, masters, gurus. I've read a lot of books. I continue to read books. I watch a lot of videos. There's certain things that come up, and one could say, "Oh, well, if you have problems with those things, that's on you." And I suppose that's true. There's no problem there. But this idea of feet kissing and all those devotional elements, and maybe I'm not doing it right. Maybe there's a right way to do this, and I've gotten it all wrong, and I should just subscribe to these devotional things, and I should have some respect for what and for who. No idea. And I think there's a human element. There's a little bit of a programming here because of the way that we were raised, there's a you were born to your parents and they had parents, and in fact that may be why there seems to be this apparent strength in lineages. A lineage, that alone, that's so unbelievably confusing, and yet I know that it's what is as well. But a lineage of what? Of who taught what to who, that's then been given permission to teach that to. It sounds so ridiculous because it is, and yet it is. I'll just say it again. There's nothing wrong with reading books, or watching videos, or going to satsangs, or talking to people one-on-one. You know, the talk. There's nothing wrong with any of it. It's what's happening. So let it happen. And if you have a guru and you have someone you believe in, okay, nothing wrong with that either. If there's some tension in watching this and it bothers you, to watch an attempt at taking a rock and shattering the glass of that idea, that notion. That's what's happening also. There are no masters, there are no gurus, there are no teachers. There's only this. There's only what's happening right now. And now needs to be used in air quotes, but I won't do it. There's just this beautiful, magical, mysterious happening. And nothing can be the master of this. Nothing can be the master of this. And why would there be? Why would a it gets so confusing. But why would someone want to be a master of this? The absolute love is for the mystery that it is, this inescapable, unfigure-outable, if that's even a word, experiencing of this. Anyone who calls himself a master should stop. Anyone who someone else calls a master, if someone else calls that person a master, they should correct them. They don't have to. That's what's happening. Seeking is the interest in solving the mystery. Awakening is knowing that the mystery is unsolvable, and that's the most amazing thing about it. You can't know this. You can't grasp it intellectually. You can't experience it more than another person. That's not possible. It's not a thing. It's just this. It's just what is.